I'm Josh with Rhapsody, and we're here at the late show for the Outside Lands Fest with Hercules Love Affair. And I just want to know how you're doing. How do you like in San Francisco?
Well, it's been a little while since I've been in San Francisco, and I like this venue a lot. You know, I like Mighty because it has a good sound system, legendary sound system, and in general, I love the city. I know a lot of people here. Like I kind of know you.
Kind of do know you.
You kind of do know me, and I think we're gonna have a really fun night. San Francisco last time we played live was a blast, so I'm hoping something similar. You know, I hope it's a good turnout and people are dancing and crazy.
Yeah, the energy is really good here for dancing. It's always kids just want to go nuts and let loose. So, and you have a new record coming out.
Yep. It's been pushed back to January, and it's coming out on Moshi Moshi Records. And we have a slew of new vocalists. Tonight, 2 new vocalists will be appearing. One's named Heidi and the Grot, and she is a solo artist in her own right. She just released an EP on beat pitch control for Ellen Alien, which is really cool. And she's a dynamic performer, amazing performer. And the other new singer is Sean Wright, who is a fellow I met in New York not terribly long ago, who just I saw in the midst of one of our audiences during a live show in New York, and I looked at him and he was looking so fab and he was dancing his heart out, and I thought to myself, in my head I thought we're gonna play this show for that kid right there, because he looks like Sylvester or something, you know. And after the show there was an after party, and he came up to me and just thanked me sincerely for what I was doing. And I was like, well, you know, I in my head I saw you out in the audience, and in my head I thought, I'm going to devote the rest of the show to that person right there, because she looks like Sylvester. And he had the nerve to say to me, I could sing like Sylvester too. And I was like, really? And he was like, wow, this is a little more like Jeffrey Osborne, but I can sing. And I said, well, send me something. And he actually did. And a month later, in the mail, a CD arrived, which is so like funny and old school. And I listened to it here in San Francisco with my partner at the time, and I could just tell immediately that he made sense. So he's blossomed a lot in the short time that he's been with us, and he's amazing to watch, and his voice is amazing. And then Kim Ann Foxman, who's always with us, she's my right-hand man. Girl.
Stunning.
Yeah.
And what about a little bit about the record label? Mr. International has a bunch of stuff coming out too.
Yeah, I've started a record label, which is initially going to be a digital-only kind of thing, and it is really just geared towards kind of honing in on roots of house and techno. So classic house and techno music, you know, like I'm getting artists, young and new artists, to make music inspired specifically from, you know, by music from 85 to 93, 85 to 94. I'm really picky, actually, and so far we've got like 6 or 7 releases lined up. Kim Ann has a solo EP coming out, which has remixes from James Curd and Phase Action. The first release is a collaboration between myself and Jason Kendig, a very, very good DJ and close acquaintance, friend of mine. And we have remixes from Kink and Neutron coming out. So he's part of the Honey Sound System.
He is.
Who you guys know.
Yes, very closely.
You know. Yeah. So, there's a lot going on this summer. And I was also working on a record for Kid Creole. which has been slightly been put on hiatus, but we have about 6 or 7 songs into it.
Wow.
But, yeah, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here?
We go to LA tomorrow, and that's our last stop.
Okay.
And it should be quite interesting. Like the Echo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are I was like, what are some of your things that, like, your favorite things to do in the city, in this city?
In San Francisco?
San Francisco.
I like a lot of the restaurants in this city. I mean, you know, I like Emmy's Spaghetti Shack.
Emmy's Spaghetti Shack
That's
is
where
good.
my little brother works there. My amazing little brother who lives in San Francisco, who has an amazing death metal band.
Crust.
Crusty band. Yeah, Emmy's is a good place and lots of spots. But I like to eat, and when Juanita Moore has a party, I like to go out and dance for Juanita. I don't know, and just see my friends, you know. But it's such a weird city weather-wise. I mean, it was like warm this morning, and then cold, and then warm and cold.
Yeah, now cold. It'll be warm after the fog lifts, and then
It'll be cold.
it'll be cold again.
But I'm really excited about it, and I think it's cool that, you know, we're doing this, we're part of this festival, but they've put it here. I'm excited that they've kind of like given us a different location.
Right, it's like isolated. The sound system is legendary. It goes back to Paradise Garage, right? Is that what it sound?
They purchased it. They bought it.
Yeah,
The Paradise Garage.
it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. You can expect a little bit more noise than the first time around. First time we played San Francisco, you know, the setup has changed dramatically. Aside from the singers and that, I've turned it into much more of a club-oriented show. You know, like my focus is, I was like listening and collecting disco records for years and years, and then I just started listening again to classic house music and the music I grew up on. You know, and like I kind of wanted to recontextualize a lot of like the first album, and so, you know, we're playing music from the new album that's or from the first album, but in a more sort of club house oriented way. And Mark Pistols, who's worked on a lot of the new record with me, has also worked. He's based in San Francisco, and he works with Meat Beat Manifesto and was in Consolidated. So he's kind of like is a perfect guy to sort of like make noisy dance music with. And so you can expect a little bit more of that tonight, but with big vocals. So the new show is, for me, I don't know, 100 times more fulfilling than the first time around. I have so much more fun. And the performers are just really stellar, and I'm always kind of in awe of them each night.
I think the crowd picks up on that and just like goes off their energy and just goes nuts with it.
Yeah.
Like I saw you guys at Project One with the new vocalist, and it was like people were just jumping up and down with him singing. And
Yeah.
They just were like on his diva notes. They were
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
riding with it. So
Yeah.
I think even in this bigger space, it's going to sound better, and it's just going to be like that much more
It's
fun.
gonna be super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot we debuted the whole thing at Project One, like
A block away.
Like a block away. This new setup, like in San Francisco, we did like a trial run, and we had quite a turnout, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. That was the first time Sean sang for us, so now it's pretty slick now. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy it.
I can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you.